Hey, shalom, shalom. Giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahah, Hudash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor and teach the truth and sincerity. Shalom to all you Akim, you hope for elect on the highway and hedges, making your body a living sacrifice according to Romans 12 and verse 1. Shalom to you sincere believers as well, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, Abad Babal. This is your brother Zakar Aban coming back with another video. This will be going into the next phase of No More Mercy, okay, which pretty much goes into the prophets not being on the highway and hedges, what you call street teaching, okay? No more warning, no more mercy. Because when you see a prophet on the highway and hedges, street teaching, that's actually the Most High giving you time to take heed and to pretty much get your life in order. In order is following the instruction of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah. So no further ado, let's go to the book of James chapter 2. And let's go to verse 13. I got that on mind. Okay, this is James 2:13, also in the NLT. It says, "For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment." NLT, "There will be no mercy for those who have not shown mercy to others." So the mercy will not be given to the wicked, as we understand the wicked, the heathen nations in the 2/3, right? It says, "But if you have been merciful, Adonai Yahweh will be merciful when he judges you." And how is we being merciful? First and foremost, warning the sheep, all right? Telling them of the coming doom of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So when we go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 real quick, make this quick point. A lot of these are just fundamentals, but it's always good to go over. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3. Let's start at verse. Make this quick point to show that one of the ways of showing mercy is the prophets being on the scene, which is all the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Let's do Ezekiel 3. I want to hit straight to the point. Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." Okay, so that's one of the ways of how, the Most High is what? Showing mercy by having the prophets on the scene, by having the prophets on the highway and hedge, what you call street teaching, to do what? Warn you. That's actually the Most High showing you what? Mercy, a grace period. That's all it is. Okay, this is a grace period. So as we go back to the book of James chapter 2 and verse 13, okay, well, we're going to drop that. I'm going to read that latter part, then I'll drop it. James 2 and 13, it says, "But if you have been merciful, Adonai Yahweh will be merciful when he judges you." Because what has happened? Once again, we was out there with warning, rebuking, reproving, telling them about the true instructions of the Heavenly Father and his Son. Right, telling them of the coming doom, as I quoted, that's getting ready to happen. That's actually showing you what? Love. Okay, you're actually showing real love by telling them of what's getting ready to happen. So this is Second Corinthians 5 and verse 11. It says, "Now therefore the terror of the Adonai, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, will persuade men. We persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High. And I trust also are made manifest in your conscience." NLT, because we understand our fearful responsibility to the Adonai Yahweh, we work hard to persuade others. And as I just read in the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, when you go down to verse 18 on down, we got a duty. We have to warn. Okay, by us having this understanding, and not just to have it and not spread it, we're supposed to gain understanding, continue to grow, teach, warn, rebuke, to get the blood off our hands. Okay, regardless of who take heed to it or not, the point is we did what? We was out there persuading men. Okay, ultimately, once again to get the blood off our hands, because we understand the terror of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Now, if we didn't, then that's judgment, heavy judgment on us. Okay, if we didn't reprove and rebuke and warn. Because we understand our fearful responsibility to the Adonai Yahweh, we work hard to persuade others. Most High knows we are sincere, and I hope you know this too. Okay, so what we are sincere in this ministry, right? You know, going on the highways in season, out of season. As I've been saying, right now we are in brick season, meaning what is very cold. So that's showing, you know, sincerity. That's actually showing a faithful servant, a faithful worker. Regardless of what condition it may be, you are still out there working hard to please the Heavenly Father and the Son. Okay, so let's drop this. Now, like I was saying, you know, the prophets, want to switch gears just a tad bit, it's not always going to be on the scene. Because right now, what's going on, this is a mercy and this is a grace period. Right? As it says in the days of Noah. So eventually, the Most High is going to shut all this down. So let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and 26. You know, like I said, this is a lot of the fundamentals. So this is Ezekiel 3 and 26. And it says, straight to the point, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So once the Most High gets that particular number, right, sum up and pretty much get them all gathered, whenever it may be, then ultimately it's going to be what? All out chaos, non-stop judgment. Right? Like I said, as in the days of Noah, when you go into the ark. Now, this is the spiritual ark. When the elect is all the way sealed. It says, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Speaking about what? The two-thirds. The two-thirds of our people. So that's what's getting ready to happen. Right? The Most High is going to shut this thing down, because we'll be on to the next phase. The next phase is, you know, judgment upon Babylon the Great, right? Judgment upon these Babylonians. When I say Babylonians, them that are in the ways of America, not just the heathens, but also two-thirds of our own people. Let's drop this. Go to the book of Amos, chapter 3, and Amos 8 and verse 11. Salakia. So just a few more, and that's pretty much it. It says, Amos 8 and verse 11. Behold, the day comes, said the Adonai Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Yahweh. As I just read in the book of Ezekiel 3 and 26, right? Just giving, you know, examples. He's going to make what the prophet's mouth to cease from prophesying, because we'll be on to the next phase of judgment, all right? A great deliverance. The greatest destruction and the greatest deliverance of all time. The time is surely coming, says the sovereign Yahweh, when I will send a famine on the land, not a famine of bread or water, but of hearing the words of the Yahweh. Why is that? Because the Most High is going to seal up the mouth of the prophets. Okay, no more warning, right? No more rebuking, right? No more mercy, no more, you know, no more grace. Now it's time for the Most High to show that he, you know, showed the old way, right? Like he used to do. As it says in the book of Psalms 119, 126, time for the Lord to work. Because for a little season, the Most High has, you know, allowed wickedness to just pile up. Okay? Matter of fact, I'll prove it. I don't want to just say it. Let's prove it. All right? Because once righteousness happens, it's going to be established forever. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Because just because the Most High allows you to do a crime for however long, it doesn't bring the hammer down right then and there. It doesn't mean that he does not have it noted, right? That he has not taken note of it. You will face your judgment, right? You reap what you sow. It said, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. Speaking about who? The elect. The elect is going to be what? Steadfast, firm in serving the Most High. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before the Most High. Right? So the wicked going to be what? Cut off like the grass, as it says in the book of Psalms 37. Okay, wickedness will be cut off. All right, so that so that's pretty much it there. Give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Hudash. Honest be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel, do labor to the truth and sincerity. Shalom to all you Akim, we hope for elect on the highway and hedges, making your by living sacrifice. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, a Baba Ball. On to the next.